I remember countless times where I went on first dates and thought they went very well, just to end up getting ghosted afterwards. I would get home from the date, then I would go on my phone, confidently looking at it and send her that text message, oh, hey, I can't wait till we can meet up again sometime, and just crickets. So in this video, we're going to be covering a key lesson I learned, which is the reason why so many young men screw up on first dates and don't get the second date, as well as a personal story of how I learned this lesson the hard way with a girl who I really liked a while back. But before we get into it, my name is Frank. I help young men build their dream dating lives through self-improvement, becoming their best self. So if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. That way you can see more videos like this one. So for this story, we're gonna go all the way back to my junior year of high school. There was this one girl who I had a huge crush on, and I spent like 2 weeks texting her, getting to know her. Then one day I finally worked up the courage to ask her out, and guess what? She said yes. So at this point, I'm getting hyped, I'm getting excited. I'm like, yes, I can't wait for this date. So then the day finally comes. I pick her up, then we drive over to go see a movie. We were seeing Star Wars, so like, I'm f***ing hype. I'm having a good time. I'm having a lot of fun. But we were just sat there in the movie theater, not talking at all. I never made a move. It didn't really go anywhere. And then at the end of the date, I drove her home, dropped her off, and got home after, sent her a message saying, hey, we should get together again sometime. We should go on another date, and just never heard back from her again. She ghosted me. Now, looking back on this experience, there are many little small reasons why I screwed up. There were a lot of areas where I went wrong. But really, when you boil it all down, it all comes back to one mindset shift and one key mistake that I made. And that is that I was scared of making things weird. Chances are there have been a time where you were on a date with a girl and you wanted to make a move. You wanted to say that funny joke. You wanted to flirt with her. You wanted to go in for the kiss at the end of the date. But then you started just saying to yourself like, oh, but what if it makes things awkward? What if it makes things weird and then, she doesn't want to, see me after? But that mindset is actually why you are struggling in the first place. I mean, think about any guy who has success with women, or you can even think about like a fictional character, right? James Bond, for example. When James Bond is speaking to a woman or like a good friend you have who's really good with girls, is he, playing things safe and being conservative? No, he's flirting with her. He's holding her hand. He's escalating. He's making a move. And it's all because that demonstrates confidence and it takes you out of the friend zone. When you don't make a move, when you just sit here all scared and just treating her like a friend, of course you're not going to get the second date, because why would she go out with you when there's another guy who's going to actually stimulate that attraction, who's actually going to show that confidence, and who she's actually going to build that genuine desire for? So the most ironic part of this is that you're scared of making things weird, so that's why you don't make a move. But you not wanting to make things weird in the first place is what's actually making them weird. I mean, think about it. This girl, she's out on a date with you, okay? So she has some level of interest in you. Yeah, maybe some girls will just, use a guy and just, use him for money. But that's very rare, okay? You're a young man, you probably don't have a whole lot of money. Let's just be real. So she ain't using you for your money, bro. But she's on a date with you, so she has interest in you. So the only way you can totally screw things up is by playing things safe, by not making a move, by sitting here and going, oh, I don't want to make things weird. So instead of doing that, you gotta have the mindset that I'm gonna make a move. I'm gonna go for it. And if I screw up, who cares? I mean, the reason why you're struggling with women is because you're not making that move. So if you don't go for it, you're guaranteed to fail. But if you go to make the move, you go for it, you actually have a chance to succeed. Because as Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And that is a mindset that you have to have with your dating life. The guy who doesn't take a chance, the guy who plays things safe, the guy who doesn't make a move, he's never going to succeed. But the guy who takes chances, the guy who goes for what he wants, the guy who goes to make that move, he's going to have success. So now you're probably saying, okay, like that's all great to know. Thank you, Frank. But how do I actually escalate with a girl on a first date? Because it's not like that simple as just make a move. And I say 100%, it can be a very nerve-wracking and hard thing to do. But the best piece of advice I could give you for this is number one, you have to take things slowly, okay? If you're on a date with a girl, you don't make any contact, you're not flirting at all, and then you go for the kiss at the end of the first date, yeah, okay, that's gonna be pretty awkward. So what you have to do instead, okay, you have to build up to it slowly. When you first see her, just give her a nice compliment. Oh, you look beautiful tonight. Oh, I like that dress you're wearing. You look great. Start with a flirtatious vibe. And then as you're going throughout the date, let's say you're just walking around town, go to reach for her hand and hold her hand. When you sit down at the restaurant or you sit down to get drinks or something, put your arm around her, right? And then as you come to the end of the date, the best thing you can do is go for the kiss. Now, I know what you're saying. Oh, but like, what if I go for the kiss and, you shouldn't do that on a first date. No. Going for the kiss is the best way to end the first date, and this is why. If you go for the kiss and she goes for it, then you know that she likes you. You know that she has high interest. But if you go for the kiss and she doesn't go for it, then you know, okay, like I can probably move on and this girl's not gonna like me. Now I get what you might be saying. Oh, but what if I go for the kiss and it doesn't work out? Well, you've gone on all these dates, you haven't made a move, and how have things gone for you? How has that mindset worked for you? Clearly not that great because you clicked on this video. And that's okay. It's all right to be in a place where you're struggling right now. But if you don't make a mindset shift, if you don't take chances, you will always struggle, I guarantee you. But if you take accountability over your dating life, you focus on improving, you take a chance, you are gonna get better. And that's a big part of having success with dating is experience, is about learning. The only way you're gonna get better is by screwing up, by learning from your mistakes. So if you never go on dates, you never try to make a move, you never, take a chance, you're always gonna struggle. But if you have the mindset that I'm just learning, I'm just getting better, and I'm gonna improve over time, and then eventually if I do that enough, I'll eventually be a guy who's confident, I'll eventually be a guy who's good with dating, then you will have success. It's just like playing sports, right? Imagine if, you played baseball or you played basketball and someone said, oh, I wanna play basketball, but I won't be able to make a three-pointer at first. Oh, I wanna play baseball, but I can't hit a home run. You'd say, well, you're a fucking idiot. You don't have to be able to hit a crazy three-point shot right away. You don't have to be able to hit a home run right away. Just focus on making your first layup. Just focus on hitting your first single, right? You don't have to be perfect right away. You just have to have a willingness to improve, be willing to get better, and have a learner's mindset. And if you do that, you will eventually get to where you want to be with your dating life. So stop being scared to make a move, stop being scared to make things weird, and when you're on a date with a girl, have the mindset that I'm gonna be my most confident self, I'm gonna go for what I want, and if she doesn't wanna go for it, that's completely okay, I'll just find somebody else. But do not quit, do not give up, just focus on getting a little bit better every single day, and if you do that, you will eventually build your dream dating life. I'll see you for the next video, bro. And by the way, no pressure, but once you find that my free videos have helped you out quite a bit, you've gotten some value from them, and you want to take your dating life to the next level, and you want my help getting to where you want to be, you can check the link to my coaching in the description, book a free call with me, and we can see if you'd be a good fit and get you to achieving your goals.